So on that front, how do we find inner peace? What is the root?
I need one reason.
What is the root?
Inner peace, you find it within yourself. It's nothing external. Everything external. Where do you want to go?
Just stand right here. Show the world this pretty bloody gorgeous face. Look at this gentleman
Greek
here.
god.
Look at him. Oh, no, you're out.
Do you need my help with the camera by any chance?
No.
Yeah, you good?
Look at this. This charming fella.
To find
Oh
inner
my
peace,
God.
you cannot find it outside yourself. Everything is either fake, it's a delusion, or temporary.
But external forces do affect the way you live, think, and breathe. Like money, work, relationships.
The moment thoughts come into your mind is the root of starting to get illnesses, mental illnesses,
Oh, this is
and
interesting.
confusion and all this. If we don't have any thoughts, we won't have to worry about anything. So really, you got to look at observing your thoughts and not judge every thought. Just observe them.
And how? So you're saying have a certain critique of the way you think and the way you react to external stimulus.
Yeah, I don't believe you should react to anything. Don't hook onto any thought, but respond to things. So your mind is a tool. You pick up, you think about the past, the future, or an external event. You find what's the best thing to do,
Yeah.
and then you put that tool back down. You don't let the thought obsess you.
And that you think is a path to this internal peace.
It's one tool, but the main thing is look within yourself. Be humble, have humility,
Do you think politicians have?
and suffer.
Do you think politicians have any effect on this internal peace?
Zero.
But
You
what
cannot be a politician and not lie. You
No.
want to try and please as many people as you can, so you're always going to lie, and you're always going to.
politicians make decisions about the world you live in,
Yeah.
about how rich you're going to be,
Yeah,
about the quality of air that you have.
lovely loaded question, but it's true.
It's true. So they can sit down and actively destroy you as a human being and your community.
Because we let them. We are paying them from our taxpayers' money to work for us. We should be telling them what to do, not them telling us what to do.
And you would feel if that was real, little rhyme there, if you feel that was real, that therefore inner peace could be found.
It's a very hard question. No. Inner peace will not be found of what any external events or any other person, thing, or anything can do will give you inner peace. You can have. I don't believe you believe in God or the Bible or anything
I'm
like this.
agnostic.
But yes, but it's good just to read Ecclesiastics, for example. Everything is meaningless. Only within yourself. Be confident within yourself through humility, suffering, endurance, patience. When you have that ability, it gives you inner peace. Then any external thing, it affects you, but you won't be unhappy because you're grounded within yourself. That's the only way to start.
As you are aware, we have quite intense inflation at the moment, meaning feeding your children is hard and an experience, by the way, quite a lot of the world lives in. Do you think you can find your inner peace when you're watching your own child die of hunger in front of you?
If that's what has to happen, then that's what will have to happen. We have to accept. We got to learn in life that certain things, we have to learn the virtue of acceptance. Sometimes things will happen out of our control. I can't control inflation or interest rates going up, but what I do is...
Would you like to, though?
No, I wouldn't like to have that responsibility on other people's lives, me pushing up interest rates or pushing them down. But things I can't control, which is a stoic point of view, don't worry about the things you can't control. Whatever fate brings to you, you accept it. You have to learn acceptance.
You just use the word fate, which is a very crucial word in this particular setting. But someone behind a desk with a fountain pen, preferably from Oxbridge, by the way, normally from Oxbridge, has decided your fate for you.
That's
And
right.
your fate is to live in a class which is permanent poverty, denied education, denied health, denied your true journey to inner peace. And this was all done by signing of a piece of paper in a rich boys club. And from that, they have condemned a human being, a family, children, adults, women, children, sisters, brothers, communities to eternal hell while they live and breathe on earth. And by the way, the working class age at the moment is dropping dramatically, so that your hell on earth is even briefer than it was before. And this was all done not by magic, not by an act of God, but just by the simple little rich kid from Oxbridge or Harvard or whatever your institution is.
Or a puppet.
Yeah, that's a bit too vague. Let's not go there. Let's be specific. Thank you for putting my teeth in.
Yeah.
So we've got to be particular with our
So
language.
on that point, it's good what you're doing, if I may say, where we can spread awareness of what's really going on in this matrix, if you like, or disillusioned
No,
world.
Matrix is brilliant. They create the Matrix. You don't you be thinking about Keanu. Don't you think about Keanu Reeves? Oh, we're not talking about Keanu Reeves here. We're talking about the reality that you're condemned to live in, and you had no vote, no say.
So there, it's good to spread awareness. But unfortunately, what I'm about to tell you is not what you would agree, but from my own personal perspective is you trust in God. You have a faith. You have to trust in God. Humanity and humans haven't got the power to do everything themselves. You do need something bigger. The only way you will know this is not through a psychological experience, but supernatural effect on your heart. So inner self, prayer, having faith, I think, and then whatever happens, acceptance. And through suffering, you will grow and you will reach the happiness which you're on about, or you're in.
I have to say,
yeah.
no, I'm not going to leave it on there.
No, go on.
That is what the slave master has been shoveling down your throat for the last 2,300 odd years since Plato and a little bit before him. They've been shoveling that same nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying God is nonsense, by the way, and
yeah.
spirituality is nonsense. What I'm saying is connecting God with being kicked in the face every moment of your day. That's nonsense. But religion, no, I'm not criticizing religion, just the way you've linked horrifically, because that not only condemns you, but that condemns the billion people out there on this planet as well. You giving up and turning a back to the horrors of the world right now means that they are condemned to repeat themselves.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. Just correct me if I've got it wrong. You're saying we should take responsibility and make an effort rather than rely on some super uncreated, if you like, energy to save us.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, I am saying
that's why that's true. God will work with us, but not for us. So yes, we have to do some kind of joint effort. Also have that faith to have that inner peace. Otherwise, we will go crazy and we will destroy ourselves.
I think we've had a very enlightening conversation here. It's been a debate which has crossed both sides of the existential, there's a word. What's the word for religious politics and the analysis of politics? Theology, yeah. We've crossed theology, philosophy, and I think, but it sounds like we've come to an accord and an agreement. I think you've worded it.
I would like to say, as I said, it's good to have the faith, but as I said, it says it in one sense. He will work this uncreated energy, if there is such a creator or whatever, at least will work with us, but not for us. Yes, we've got to, as human beings, take responsibility, try and do the right thing and the good for everyone. But when it gets too out of our control, having that faith is a good source of strength.
Okay, slightly different question.
Yes,
It's
sir.
up to you, but can I bump in and participate?
Just in a moment,
All
good
right.
sir. Are you in a rush to go?
I'm eager to start another video, But because you're my friend, I just want to participate in your one, but I don't have to.
2 minutes.
Okay, fine, fine.
So, quick question: do you think certain should be religious leaders, if they promote poverty and war, should they go to face court and justice?
I don't think any religion promotes poverty and war.
Wow.
Nah.
Wow.
Now, when it
All right,
says
let's say if. Let's say if.
there is where you go out to war to defend your faith, there is these things. But personally, within myself, I don't agree with any type of violence at all.
All right. Let's say if a religious leader
I
had
wouldn't agree with that.
had, do you think had committed some sort of crime about promoting war and hatred
Yeah, I
and
wouldn't
abuse?
Like that. I wouldn't like that.
Would you
that,
like to
that
see?
would be forced for me.
Would you like to see God punish them or justice on earth punish them?
I don't believe God will punish people. I think they will punish themselves because it's a. I don't like to use the word karma, but when you've got a hatred and a false sense of promoting hatred and promoting war, you're already condemned within yourself.
All right.
So I don't think it's their problem.
So you don't think they should face any legal?
No, of course they should face a legal. They should face a legal.
So there should be a legal system powerful enough.
100%.
All right, there you go. That's a very profound point, and I think I completely agree with that. I think that's so important
But it
for
depends
justice.
on what the legal system. Then again, we look at it across the world. A lot of judges are corrupt. A lot of the judges are puppets. So even the legal system is a man-made system. Which
We're
can
going
be a
down
problem.
we're going down a hole there with that one.
Yeah.
We could have a constitution
Yes.
saying, outlining a law
Yes.
that's available for us to read
Yes.
and then act upon.
But then when power is consolidated to a few individuals,
Yeah.
then that corrupts everything again.
But that's why constitution, which we all have access to, does guarantee diffuse power. And also we'll have to look at bigger social issues like the collection of wealth around a few organizations.
Yeah.
I think maybe you would agree with this, seeing religion so rich is a perversion. Maybe. Would you agree with that?
It depends. I understand your point, and it's a very good point you've made. But it depends how they accumulated that wealth, why did they accumulate the wealth, and what they're doing with that accumulation of wealth. For example, my parents were from Cyprus, and there was war, and the opposition who
You just want
conquered.
this? Well, we'll just move over here.
No, that's for you.
All right.
No. I just want to. You're my friend. I want to participate. I just
So-
disagree with him. I want to disagree with this guy.
Yeah, the people that invaded Cyprus, for example, they impose a big tax on the people to suppress the people.
Yeah.
So they give the money. They'd rather give the money to the church, and it's held in the church. So, no. So,
Can I say
for
my
example,
one thing?
there are. I don't want to offend, but there are religious and Christian religious groups that accumulate wealth and abuse that wealth, which I entirely agree with you is wrong.
All right. I think we've got an eager little bunny. Hello. We've got an eager little bunny over here
I
that
am
wants
eager.
to jump in.
All right.
What point are you jumping on? Just so we all know that.
I just disagree about blanking your mind out, and then you can't control anything outside yourself.
That's not what I said. If I may just
I-
correct you, may I correct
You
you?
said get rid of your thoughts.
May I correct you one
Yes,
second?
go on, correct
Yeah.
me.
I said the mind, and it's on the tape.
Yeah.
And your mind, in your thought, your mind, you use it as a tool. It's there as a tool.
Right.
So when there's an event or
Yeah.
something needs to happen, you use your thoughts to plan for the future,
Yeah.
prepare for yourself. You've done it, then put them thoughts down again,
Yeah.
because you don't need to obsess and start going over the same thoughts, the same things.
Okay, let's see
Yeah.
if you agree with this, right? Okay. This is what makes me sad, and I wish people could just hear this one thing, right? And this is not a spiritual thing, this is what psychologists say, and it's a sad thing that most people don't know this. The happiness doesn't come from things, it comes from meaning, doing meaningful things, which basically means serving other people. In our modern world, that sounds like a weird, airy, fairy thing, and very few people seem to act on that. And if people can act on that a little bit more, I've seen how much more happier people can be. Like when I live in the Middle East and stuff like that, the people are just living in families, doing things for each other instead of trying to do stuff for themselves. So much more happier. I would. That's what I want to share. I don't need to be right. I just want you to be more happy. That's
Well,
all.
we agree. I would agree with this gentleman. There's one very important point, if I may. Like Krishnamurti, I don't know if you heard of him.
Okay,
Very, very famous.
Thanks for letting me
He said
participate.
one thing, and I really believe it. If we have a lot more awareness, politicians and humans, a lot more awareness, practice awareness of our actions, there'll be a lot less wars, there'll be a lot less suffering.
And that requires investment in schools and
Yes.
education, which
Yes.
again is a political
Yes.
reality that we have to
Yes.
participate in
Yes.
and be part of. And if you're denied an education on the nuances of what it is to be not only a human being, but your relationship with other human beings, then the journey to inner peace is impossible.
Correct. But unfortunately, they don't teach the right things in school. It's all controlled.
It's all controlled. Your school, therefore, is controlled by the rich for the rich, so that you can never find your journey
Absolutely.
to inner peace.
Absolutely.
Because you know what inner peace means?
Yeah.
It means people coming up to each other and going, "Hello."
And
That's
love.
what inner peace means.
Love.
Different ideas. We have very different concepts of
Yes.
reality.
But mutual respect,
Mutual respect.
and we grow from our ideas.
We grow collective, and it's a beautiful.
And they go like that, oh, yeah.
Grow collective. That's what you've just experienced there. It's not the total journey to inner peace, of course, because we've discovered other things. But this is the way to discover inner peace by debating, talking, and not just going up to someone. I hate you because you're Muslim.
Yes.
I hate you because you're Christian. I hate you because you're Jewish. I hate you because you're gay. I hate you because of this, because of that, because of that. That's never a journey to inner peace. That is a journey.
Because you're told come by the wrong way. That's why